Don't be fooled by your visual measuring of snow because it's misleading. Water is often hidden as a thin sheet of ice in low-lying areas.
Ellsworth Air Force Base near Rapid City, South Dakota is preparing to serve a brand new B-21 bomber.
The B-21 Raider is an American heavy bomber currently being developed by Northrop Grumman, and Renee Cooper joins us in studio now. She spent the evening in Dickinson at the information meeting about where the new aircraft will be based out of. And Renee, how is this going to affect North Dakota?
Good evening, Lauren and Nicholas. Good question. Well, the B-21 will mainly be stored at the Air Force Base. Training operations will happen in the airspace of the Powder River Training Complex. That covers portions of South Dakota, Montana, Wyoming, and southwest North Dakota up to about Dickinson. This is the latest picture of what the bomber is going to look like. Tonight's meeting was all about better understanding how this aircraft will affect the people of southwest North Dakota.
We're in an era of renewed great power competition. And when you look at that environment, there's some countries out there that are fielding advanced air defense technologies that are going to make it pretty challenging for our legacy bomber fleet to compete.
Colonel Hoadley says the B-21 Raider will be a front runner in that effort.
It's a stealth airplane, and so it's an improvement on the legacy B-2 capability.
Stealth, meaning the engine noise is expected to be quieter than other existing heavy bombers, making the advancement positive news for Dickinson and other portions of southwest North Dakota who are already used to hearing and seeing bombers fly overhead.
With no low-level training routes, we're not going to be down close to the ground, impacting ranchers and their facilities.
Ellsworth is actually one of two Air Force bases being considered to house the first B-21 Raider. The other is Dyess in Abilene, Texas.
Both will get the airplanes. It's just a matter of time.
Air Force civil engineer Julianne Turco tells me, although new bombers have been approved for each base, an environmental impact study will make the final call. That process is still in the early stages. Turco says as of right now, the Air Force expects the construction to be isolated to the bases themselves.
We're not expecting any changes to the Powder River Training Complex at this time.
Meaning no environmental impact is expected to affect North Dakota. The Secretary of the Air Force will ultimately decide which base is chosen to get the first B-21 in the country between Dyess and Ellsworth. That decision is expected later this summer. Now, this was the only hearing that will be held in North Dakota. Public meetings to go over the results of the environmental impact study will all be held at the bases. But Lauren and Nicholas, you can still voice your opinion.
All right, Renee, thank you very much. And for a link to the website to do that, you can head over our website, kxnet.com.
Amanda.